keep every receipt you have, prove ownership of all your belongings, or have the government seize all your property. In Germany, the Federal Minister of Interior, Alexander Dobrindt, introduced a reversal of the burden of proof on wealth.
Wir wollen eine Beweislastumkehr, wenn es um die Einziehung von Vermögenswerten geht.
If passed, it would mark a historic breach with the very foundation of European law, the presumption of innocence, a standard of justice dating back to the courts of ancient Rome.
Beweislastumkehr bedeutet, dass bei Vermögen unklarer Herkunft der Nachweis erbracht werden muss, dass dieses Vermögen legal erworben worden ist.
Do you still have proof of how you paid for that iPhone that you bought from a friend last year? Do you have proof of where the cash came from that you saved up over the years? Do you have a receipt from the jewelries from your grandmother? No? Well, then according to this guy, the government should be able to seize it.
Kann dieser Nachweis nicht erbracht werden, kann es zu einer vereinfachten Einziehung dieses Vermögens kommen.
So how would you react to something like that? How would the Germans react to such a proposal? Maybe they would react like that? Okay, these were not the Germans. These were French people in 2020 when a huge backlash erupted against the proposed global security law, which was widely seen as an assault on civil liberties and the freedom of press. So why does Alexander Dobrindt actually want that reversal of the burden of proof? He had a very solid standard excuse for that.
Ein Schlüssel, die organisierte Kriminalität zu bekämpfen, ihr die finanzielle Grundlage zu entziehen. Dieser Entzug der finanziellen Grundlage geht aber nur dann, wenn wir uns in die Lage versetzen, dass wir Vermögen unklarer Herkunft auch einziehen können, wenn der legale Erwerb nicht nachgewiesen werden kann.
Okay, so he wants to fight crime by being able to seize the belongings of German citizens. Germany is a country where 9 men were convicted of gang raping a 15-year-old girl, and 8 of them walked away free with suspended sentences. And a woman who later called one of them a disgraceful rapist pig spent a weekend in detention for defamation. Well, maybe the German justice system is just a fucking joke. If you can get a house search for calling a politician an idiot, then there's something wrong with the justice system. And there's something wrong with free speech in that country. Michael Werner is an expert in this field, and he's used to having multiple investigations being led against him at once. And for him, it's clear that during house searches, the police also has the goal to make incidental discoveries.
Und was sie natürlich auch wollen, ein Grund für diese Hausdurchsuchungen, ist Zufallsfunde. Die hoffen natürlich, wenn sie dein Haus durchsuchen, dass sie zufällig auch Waffen finden, die du nicht haben darfst, oder Substanzen, die du nicht haben darfst, oder Geld, dessen Herkunft du nicht erklären kannst.
Just future scenario now. Imagine you call a politician an idiot on social media. You get a house search and the police finds some cash that you saved up over the year where you cannot prove where it came from. You have an iPhone that you bought secondhand from a friend with no receipt. And you have the jewelries from your grandmother with no receipt. And the police seizes it. That's not going to happen, right? Or is it? Germany's economy is collapsing, or at least is in serious trouble. And if you look at this chart, you can see how investments, GDP, and government consumption developed over time. And you can see private investments are down. Nobody's investing in Germany anymore. The GDP is stagnant, going down slightly as well. But government consumption is steadily going up. The German government has had record tax income last year. The German government has taken on record debts. The German government wants German citizens to work even longer. A new proposal says until 73. The German government wants to raise taxes even further, even though Germany has one of the highest taxes in the world anyway. And now on top of that, we have the proposal to reverse the burden of proof on wealth of the German citizens. Is that a sound development? Is that fair? Is that acceptable? So the German economy is in trouble. Investments in Germany are collapsing, but the government is consuming more and more and more. Maybe the German government is the problem. While the Federal Minister of Interior proposes a reversal of the burden of proof on the citizens' wealth, I propose full transparency over how the state spends the citizens' wealth. I'm not talking about the private assets. That's not really any of the government's business. I'm talking about the money the state confiscates through taxes and spends with casual disregard of Germany's economic reality. Wouldn't it be great if we had a government who efficiently fought crime instead of inventing excuses to seize more control? Wouldn't it be great if government spending were fully transparent? Wouldn't it be great if we had sound money that cannot be confiscated at will, that protects our purchasing power, that protects our property rights, and encourages sustainability and honesty? Just give me a minute, because this concerns all of us. The money is broken, and you must be feeling it too. Prices rise, savings shrink, and the very architecture of our monetary system is designed in a way that it cannot be fixed. Bitcoin, however, is something entirely new, a system that directly addresses the weaknesses of our fiat money. It protects your purchasing power instead of diluting it. It allows for true ownership, no need to trust the bank. And it's not like any other cryptocurrency. Why? Because Bitcoin's features are enforced by the strongest decentralized computer network on the planet. It's an ever-growing, impenetrable wall of cryptographic security. Other crypto projects have all kinds of promises, but they lack the foundation to back it up. If you're ready to take the next step and start saving in Bitcoin, the hardest money ever invented, then check out the Bitbox, a highly secure, beginner-friendly hardware wallet trusted by pros. Use my code RODEX at checkout to get 5% off and support my channel. This is not investment advice. It's just the smartest way I found to save long-term. You'll find the link in the description. Don't wait. Become your own bank. Thank you. When the government is expanding and consuming more and more while there's less and less to consume, I don't think the government is part of the solution, but rather part of the problem. I think the solution is that we protect our freedom of speech, that we protect our sovereignty, and that we build solutions that protect us from government overreach. While the Federal Minister of Interior, Alexander Dobrindt, proposes a reversal of the burden of proof on wealth, of our wealth, I far more align with what Hans-Georg Maaßen suggested when he proposed a slight modification to the reversal of the burden of proof. He said, we want to reverse the burden of proof. Anyone who is a politician is presumed to be corrupt, unless They can prove that their money was acquired legally. That would be a true paradigm shift. Hashtag political accountability. I think that's what we need. And now I'm very curious, what do you think? Please let me know in the comment section. Give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And see you next time. Thank you.